2, 3, okay, hello, internet world. This is Norma Joe. I've had some wine now, some nice red wine to go with my red lipstick. So you know that's my color. Okay, I don't remember where the fuck I was last time, but I wanted to get a couple more episodes and see if I can fill up this fucking little hard drive and shit. So, let's see, where was I? I think I was near the end of the page. Oh yeah, they were doing their little Robert Paulson shit. Okay. Crew member. Nah, you guys are doing it all wrong. If you're doing the crying in the chest support group scene, you shouldn't be chanting. Han. Oh, right, sorry. Crew member. Nods. I've seen Fight Club 147 times. I know. Great movie, by the way, and a great book. It's about being a man in modern society. Yeah. Han. Yeah, totally. Trying to get the drunk guy to leave. Hey, I heard one of those chicks out there talking. She says you're hot and she'd totally go down on you. Crew member. Who, Ripley? I'm not really into butch chicks. I like a girl who lets me feel like I'm better than her, you know? Han. No, it wasn't Ripley. It was the other one. Crew member. Oh shit, for real? Score! Yeah, you can tell I didn't even remember the bitch's name. The guy goes running out the door. Han breathes a sigh of relief. Han, thank God. I thought that son of a bitch was never gonna leave. Hazel pulls back, no longer crying. He looks impressed. Hazel, touched. You covered for me. Han shrugs. Yeah, why not? I told you, I'm not like that. I don't work for the man. Hazel gives him a long, longing stare, silently begging. Han. Okay, fine, you can come with us. Hazel jumps on him and gives him a super tight hug. Hazel. Oh, God bless you. You won't regret it, I promise. Han. ... He just looks at the audience. Man, this camera is so fuzzy right now. It's okay. That means it'll take less time to upload. 3 hours later, everyone is just partying their asses off. Even Hazel is talking to some people and having a drink. Dallas is puking in the sink from all his overindulgence. The drunk crew member who was in the bathroom before is sitting down with a Ziploc bag of ice pressed to his face, and he has a fat-ass black eye. Off to the side, Ripley and the other lady are talking. Other lady. Yeah, and then he was all like, suck my dick. So I hit him. Ripley. That's what I'm talking about. They high five. Then all of a sudden the kitchen door opens. A little military squad of asshole-looking dudes and chicks come rolling in their army uniforms, which have been cut and altered to be 1980s fashion. They're also toting some big-ass guns. Their leader steps forwards. It's a young guy with orange-brown hair, snapping a piece of gum in his mouth obnoxiously. Obnoxious dude. Alright, everybody, shut the fuck up and get your motherfucking ass on the floor. That's from, Fuck the Police, I think? Something like that. The whole party screeches to a halt. The music goes off. Everyone looks up. Hazel hides a little bit behind a chair, afraid of them. Dawson and Joshie squint and give the leader of the squad a long, hard look. Dawson and Joshie, in unison. Kyle? He looks back at them like no one's called him by that name in forever. He blushes and gets a little depuffed in embarrassment. 3 minutes later, the party is back on and all the soldiers are dancing and drinking with the rest of them. Sick-ass Dallas is sitting down and gingerly drinking a cup of water. Yeah, he's about to have fucking alcohol poisoning, bitch. While one of the female soldiers is petting him. She has a smile and a look on her face like, I like this one. Kyle's drinking a drink with Joshie and Dawson in the middle of telling his side of the story. Kyle, we got a call from dispatch about a freighter crew coming out of hibernation and causing a ruckus on the ship, so we came out to investigate. I mean, what do people think? Don't they ever think for a second that maybe the freight companies keep track of this shit? It's a gajillion galactic Euro industry we're talking about here. I mean, come on. Dawson, how come you're not on Earth anymore? Did you guys win the war against the robots? Kyle, no, as if. He blows a bubblegum bubble and pops it. I ran away. Joshie and Dawson, ran away? Kyle, yep, mercenary work pays way more, but mostly I just cannot stand JC. That son of a bitch gets on every fucking nerve I got. He is so controlling. He won't let me do anything, and if I have to recite one more Bible verse, I'm gonna blow my fucking head off. Joshie, But don't they need you there, or they're gonna lose everything to the robots or something? Kyle, I doubt it. I'm a clone, so they got like 1,000 more of me. Just then, Sulu comes over and hands Kyle a drink. Sulu, a token of my friendship, from my crew to yours. Kyle nods. Thanks, friend. He takes the cup and they toast, and both take a drink. Kyle, wow, that's good. What is that? Sulu, it's a specialty, from my region. Kyle, oh, cool. All of a sudden, Kyle drops the glass and just passes out dead on the table with extreme abruptness. A little trickle of blood runs out of his ear. Joshie, shit, dude. Without even saying anything, Sulu gets right down to business. He snatches off Kyle's dog tags and sleeveless army jacket and puts them on. He grabs a random rag that was just laying there on the counter and ties it on like a headband. Rambo style. I was just watching Rambo a second ago. Well, Joshie and Dawson just watch like, what the fuck? Sulu drags Kyle off the table by his wife beater and tosses him to the floor in the middle of the party, in front of all the other mercenaries, like a sacrifice. Sulu turns the music down. Sulu, attention, attention! In light of the untimely and unfortunate death of your corporal, I'm now taking charge of this unit. All the mercenaries look at him like, is this real life? Bill Paxton, hey, you can't just do that. Sulu, I can do whatever the hell I like. I'm your commanding officer now. You're not here to think, Private. You're here to do whatever I tell you to do. Paxton stands at attention. Sir, yes, sir. Where was I? I lost my place because of that. Sulu, all of you, get this ship into manual mode. This snail's pace won't work. I need to be able to drive this rig and I need to drive it fast. Now move, 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 move. All the mercenaries go running off like there's fire under their ass. Joshie and Dawson, highly impressed. Oh my. Leia, Luke, and Han come running over. Leia whispers in Sulu's ear, what are you doing? Sulu, I told you once before, my shore leave is precious to me. I won't risk it being compromised. I'm getting to my destination, whatever it takes. One of the mercenaries comes running back in. Mercenary, sir, we have the ship in order and ready for overdrive. Sulu, perfect. At ease, soldier. Feel free to resume your diversions. I'll take care of the rest. Sulu takes a toothpick and puts it in his mouth as he exits the room. He heads down the hall for the ship's helm, just leaving everyone stunned behind him. Sulu goes into the cockpit-type control room thing. He looks around, seeing all the little buttons and lights and dials and all that shit. He gets in the pilot's seat and stretches his arms over his head, cracking his knuckles. Sulu, to himself, let's rock and roll. Some blazing badass acid 70s guitar solo starts playing out of nowhere as he shoves the throttle forwards and the ship bolts into action. They race off through the cosmos at laser speed. Everyone else in the kitchen gets thrown back against the wall by the Force. I mean, not the Force, capital letters. I mean, you know, the G-Force, lol. Stars, planets, asteroids, etc. all go whizzing by out the windows. Sulu steers his way around all obstacles and debris, cool and collected and focused as hell, just staring out that big front windshield and idly chewing that toothpick, while his eyes always stay straight ahead, like a badass fighter pilot having a staring contest with death itself and winning. After all that psychedelic cosmic fun, the door of the cockpit opens behind him and the mercenaries come in. Sulu doesn't even turn around. Vasquez comes up behind him and jabs him in the back with the point of her big-ass gun. Vasquez, yo, motherfucker, we're having what you might call a mutiny here. Sulu, without even glancing up, do as you like. My needs are satisfied. Vasquez quirks an eyebrow like she didn't expect him to say that. All the mercenaries just glance at each other and shrug. She lowers her gun down. Vasquez, hey, Tojo, you're alright. Why don't you come party with us? Paxton, yeah, since old Reese's Pieces bit the dust, we got a couple extra paid hours to fuck off and do whatever we want before we gotta go back. Vasquez, that's right. Come on, man, have some fun. She nudges him with her gun again, but this time playfully. Sulu, still concentrating on driving. Thank you, but I must decline. I'm on a very important mission. Vasquez shrugs. Suit yourself. Sulu, I can drop you all at the next refueling stop, but I'm not making any detours. Vaz waves him off. Don't worry about it. We got it covered. All the mercenaries turn and leave. Cut back to the kitchen. The mercenaries are getting ready to go, putting on parachutes and those stereotypical fishbowl-looking space helmets. By now, the party has totally ended. The lights are back on, and Ash is sweeping up some broken glass on the floor, while everyone else is just sitting around moaning and groaning. Han nudges Hazel. Hey, this is your chance. You should go with them. Hazel, with them? But, Han, yeah, they're your ticket out of here. He tries to push Hazel in their direction, but Hazel just backs away from him and goes up against the wall like a scared rabbit. Hazel, I can't go with them. I'm not a soldier. They turned me in. What would I do once we land? Where would I go? Han, getting frustrated. Oh my god. Okay, look, I get that you're freaked and crazy and all this shit, but you can't live your life this way. You gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta take chances, man. You gotta look life in the eye and say, fuck you, man. You're not gonna fuck with me anymore. So get out of my face, Uncle Rico. He suddenly gets all awkward and subdued. Han. Sorry, that last part kind of just slipped out. Hazel. No, you're right. I can't be afraid of everything forever. I feel like he doesn't say cunt in that way. He says, like, he has a different kind of British accent. Just then, they hear Paxton's voice. Paxton, see ya. They look over just in time to see him, the last mercenary, paratroop out of the starship behind all his friends. The hatch closes behind them. Han and Hazel. ... Hazel. A bit late, I suppose. Han. Yeah, no shit. Ripley, looking around. Hey, anyone seen Dallas? The rocking 80s metal resumes as they speed through space, but not for long because soon they hear the sounds of sirens from behind them. Sulu adjusts his mirrors and sees flashing lights and a police helicopter speeder craft thingy following them. He sighs and rolls his eyes. Sulu mutters to himself, "Hello, friend. Won't you be my neighbor?" He reluctantly pulls on the brakes and brings the whole ship to a smooth stop, parking on a little asteroid. He leaves the cockpit and comes back to the kitchen, as the doors once again open and two big space cops come sauntering in. Everyone gets really uncomfortable. It's cop number 1, looking around. What the hell's going on here? Do you have any idea how fast you were going? And in a corporate vehicle, too. Don't you realize that companies keep track of these things? It's a gajillion galactic euro industry. Sulu steps forwards. I can explain. Cop number 2. I hope you can. He glances down then and sees Kyle on the floor. Cop number 2, to his partner. They got a man down. He looks at all the rest of them in a really scrutinizing way. Hazel is dead pale and all sweaty. Han glances sideways at him and nudges him subtly. Han whispers, "Act natural." Cop number 2, demandingly. Okay, someone better start talking. This is not looking good for all of you. Sulu, awkwardly. Our crew is just a little fatigued. Cop number 2. Fatigued my ass. You know what I think? I think you're trying to run a contaminated ship through here. You're trying to set off some kind of bioterrorism plot. Sulu. No, it's not like that at all. Cop number 1. Yeah, well, tell it to the jury. We're taking you straight into detainment. Every last one of you. Ripley sighs, pissed off. Ugh. Well, great. That's just great. Sulu, trying to sweet-talk the cops. Gentlemen, I assure you, there is no contempt. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Hazel snatches Kyle's machine gun off the ground and opens fire like a maniac on the two cops. Everyone else hits the deck like a bomb is about to go off. The cops don't even have time to draw their own guns before they're shot about 1,000 times, Bonnie and Clyde style, splattering the entire side of the kitchen with blood and ripping their uniforms and them to shreds. At last, Hazel runs out of bullets. He lowers the gun down, breathing hella hard. Hazel, whispering really overdramatically like it's a Lifetime movie. You won't fuck with me anymore. He drops the gun to the floor with a clatter. Everyone else is just stunned to silence. In an instant, Hazel turns and bolts out of the starship, running out into the asteroid. Han, hey, get back here! He scrambles up off the ground and goes chasing after Hazel. Everyone else is just slowly getting to their feet. Kyle. Luke looks over and tilts his head at him. Huh? Outside, Hazel is running like a terrified freak all over the place, with Han in pursuit of him like a serial killer. Hazel makes it all around the perimeter of the freighter and sees the police helicopter Speedcraft sitting there. Without a moment of hesitation, he dashes for it and climbs inside. He looks desperately at the whole complicated mess of a control panel. Before he can make any kind of sense out of it, Han comes chasing him into the helicopter. He grabs Hazel roughly by the shoulders and shakes him all around. Han, are you fucking crazy? Hazel, yes, I am. He pushes Han off. Let me alone. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. He goes up against the wall and cries into his sleeve. Oh, poor Hazel. Just then, Leia interrupts their dramatic-ass scene by popping her head into the helicopter. Leia, all right, break it up, boys. She climbs into the copter with them, followed by Sulu, Dawson, and Joshie. And then finally Luke, dragging Kyle along with him like a sack of rice. Leia, ugh, Luke, why? No souvenirs. Luke, but he's... Suddenly, he's interrupted by a voice coming over the police radio. Everyone gets dead silent. Police radio. Pound sign 555. Come in, pound sign 555. What's your status? Everyone just looks at each other nervously. Police radio. Respond immediately. What's your status? Han whips out his pistol from the side holster and is about to shoot the radio, but Joshie quickly puts a hand on top of his gun and brings it down. Joshie. Please, spare the poor creature. Han gives her a weird look. Luke. I'll handle this. He clears his throat and picks up the radio. Luke, in perfect imitation of the cop's voice. Yes, this is pound sign 555. Everything seems to be alright out here. Police radio. Any word on the out-of-control freighter? Luke. Yes, we caught up with them, but it turns out it was just a false alarm. You know how technology is these days, always malfunctioning. It's not like when we were kids. Radio chuckles. Don't I know it? That's why, just between you and me, I want to burn the whole fucking thing to the ground. The whole system. Everything. Luke. ... Long pause. Well, we're headed back on the beat. Over and out. Radio. 10-4. The radio goes off. Everyone breathes a big-ass sigh of relief. Leia comes over and starts getting all touchy-feely with Luke from behind. Leia. God, those voices you do. I just love them. Dawson to Han. Where'd you get that pistol? Han. I copped it off one of those dead cops. Nothing saves you from a slip like a gun at your hip. Or something like that. Then Sulu steps up. Sulu, enough of this nonsense. I'll reach my destination if I have to drive every kind of vehicle known to mankind. He pushes Luke and Leia out of the way and once again gets himself in the driver's seat. Adjusting a few things and gripping the wheel, he starts the helicopter and they once again take off into the non-atmosphere of space. Sulu. Zentilium, Zentilia, here we come. Han. Hey, I know that place. Sulu quirks an eyebrow. Indeed? Han. Yeah, me and my buddy Dash used to go dance at that club. Woo, now that was a long time ago. He laughs and sighs nostalgically. Joshie, it's a nightclub? Leia, yeah, totally lawless. Talk about off the grid. The cops will never catch us there. They cruise a little longer in the copter craft, traveling at a speedy pace through the void of space. In the background, they're listening to some chill-ass reggae. At last, they come upon the planet Zentilia, a big sparkling-ass planet that's always changing colors and giving off flashes of light like a huge-ass disco ball. Sulu brings the copter craft in to land down. Leia to Joshie and Dawson. Woo, wait till you see this place. It's fucking awesome, so lit. Sulu flies the craft down towards ground level. They come down through the clouds, into the perpetually nighttime film noir but in color looking lands of Zentilia. A big billboard sign greets them, reading, Welcome, in bold, plain black text on an all-white background. Leia quirks her head to the side. Leia. Damn, the sign got ugly. She looks down out of the copter window towards the ground. Leia. The streets are empty. Luke. This place creeps me out. A lonely little old newspaper blows down the street like a tumbleweed. Leia. Where are all the people? This is supposed to be Zentilia, the planet where it's always night but no one ever sleeps. Suddenly some big-ass World War II searchlights blare up in the windshield, blinding everyone. Hazel hides under the dashboard, all scared. A voice comes over the megaphone. Voice. Land your ship immediately. Sulu rolls his eyes. Yeah. He spits out his toothpick, gets a new one, and lands the copter down smooth on the ground. Megaphone voice. Step out of your vehicle. Sulu, sarcastically. Yeah, 'cause we're just gonna sit in here all day. Everyone gets out of the helicopter and hops down on the ground. Well, except Kyle. They leave his lifeless ass in there. They look around the streets. They find themselves in a kind of East Berlinish hellhole, surrounded by barbed wire and a big-ass concrete wall in front of them. The searchlights block the soldiers standing on the wall from view, but the overpowering military oppression can be felt all around. Megaphone voice. Do you wish to enter the walled city? Sulu. Yes, will you let us through? Megaphone voice. Climb the stairs and pass through security. Once we determine you are not a threat to our command, we'll allow you through. Sulu whispering, "Damn it, we'll never make it if they have tight security up there." Han whispers back, What the hell happened to this place? It used to be so free and off the map." Leia, "Apparently not far off enough." Sulu to the soldiers, "We lost our IDs, sorry." Megaphone, "Then you cannot enter the inner Zilia. You may take your time in the outer Zilia until you find sufficient identification. Do not try to flee the planet's surface or we will accept it as a threat and destroy you and your crew." Alright, let me stop this here.